What up, Doe? Ledge here. Chill with me. Top tier podcast. Back with another one. Very important interview going down. The season one for King of the Dot is going by really quickly, and now we're headed to the north with this one, man. A big roster full of talent on this side, and I'm here with one of the guys that's a part of this, man. It's a real big deal. I'm here with the one and only Xqz. Man, been repping strong for the Midwest for a number of years, and glad to have you on the show, man. Really means a lot.
Yeah, yeah, likewise. Glad to be here. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Where do we? From No Coast to your appearances on Don't Flop. I think the last time my first time coming across you was against Dallas Cash, and one it was like a really dope battle to
Ah,
me.
that's an old one, man.
Yeah, yeah. I
Real
don't
old
know.
one.
I was just watching everything, and I just remember I love sports references, and you had the LeVar Arrington line, like something about
God
LeVar
damn.
Arrington armchair. Like I'm a stickler for obscure multis that I was like I would never find something around with LeVar Arrington like that. Like, and I was just like, damn, that was nice. So little shit like that gets me going. I don't know, man, but that's
Yeah. No, that's bringing me back, man. That's crazy.
yes.
I forgot about that one.
Yeah, no, that was definitely when I first heard about you. Since then, you made a lot of appearances on iBattle, and they got like their talent is it can compete with anyone in my humble opinion. Just talk about when you got the call for this particular. Man, this is not even a tournament. It's a season. It's wins and losses matter, and there's playoffs involved. All those implications. When did you get the call, and was you ever at any point reluctant to say yes to this, or you was just like, all go?
Yeah, man. I got the call. It really wasn't that long ago. Like it was, it was one of those situations where there's not even, it was probably 4 or 5 weeks out from the event, so like there wasn't even that much time to even think about it. You just kind of have to like shift into that mode, and there's I won't lie, like there's something that went off that I'm kind of like, man, am I? It's weird. As long as I've been doing this, I still have that like because I haven't been on in a situation quite as big as this with this many eyes on it. So there's a part of me that's like, am I really ready? But I have to think like, man, I just battled Netflix. I just and put up a good fight. I just was on the Crucible. Like what like you gotta level up at some point, and
Yeah,
this is definitely like I feel the pressure more than before, but I need this. I need this to keep evolving. So
yeah,
it's time.
man. And yeah, for those who don't know, your first opponent is someone who had experience in the Grand Prix. We got M City or just City now from here in Detroit, and going against a guy like that, punch heavy, very like aggressive, very witty, and got like a style that some people say is very throwback, but he's made references to updating the formula. When you look at him as an opponent, is that the ideal opponent for you? Would you think about somebody more angle based? Like what was it when you found out you was getting City? What was your first initial reaction to that?
Yeah, it's a different type of challenge for sure. Like I don't think I've really there's a few that come to mind, but I don't think there's anyone I've battled that really sounds like City. Like it's got the kind of the I don't know if what would you call it, the chain punching or just kind of that
Mm-hmm.
back to back sort of rapid fire style. I haven't battled a lot of people like that, and I'm pretty self aware of what my own like strengths and weaknesses are, and I don't really feel like I'm someone that's just gonna you know get up there and out rap him or outperform him. Like his energy's crazy. We
Mm-hmm.
all know that's not necessarily, my biggest strength. So it's forcing me to be like really strategic about how I approached it. Like it's a style clash, and I think I have to play up what I'm good at instead of trying to outdo him at what he does. And in those situations, a lot of times it comes down to preference, but I really just want to stick to what I'm best at, and I think it'll be really entertaining for any type of fan.
Yeah, and I always ask people this when you talk about battles with actual judges and with money on the line. Does that make you a little less reluctant to take risks, such as maybe a impromptu rebuttal or things like that? Because I've seen, like, I believe you had a fire rebuttal. Was that against random? And I was just like, oh, like if he comes with something like that, that could change. Because seriously, that can change the momentum of a whole round for some time, at some points. But being that it's judge and it's money on the line, do you withhold doing something like that or what?
No, just with everything on the line and the fact that there's judges, I'm trying really hard not to change up too much. And that that can backfire sometimes. Like we'll have to see, but at the end of the day, like I want to win. I want to win 100K, and I want to win these battles. But like more importantly, this is exposure to a larger audience than what's seen me before, and just and I know that what I do, my style isn't necessarily for everybody. So
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather, this is just how I feel. I'd rather take an L, but do what I'm like, keep being me, and take the risks. Because I do like taking risks in battles. I like doing kind of taking like unique approaches, and I'd rather take a judge loss and stick to that versus kind of compromise what I do and try to cater to the judges or something to get the win. So, I don't know. That's not necessarily the smartest strategy, but it's just kind of sticking to what I do is what's gotten me here. So
Yeah.
I try not to overthink and try to, cater to everybody, because you can't do that. You have to, I'd rather be the most authentic version of myself. So that's kind of how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, and like what you do well could be, because when I've been looking at other tournaments from other leagues, it seems like some people have actually sacrificed what they do to cater to what wins in that setting. So I've seen drugs. When he was in a tournament, he was less punchy, more angle based against Yoshi. Like I've seen different guys do that, but that kind of fits into what you already do. So I would probably say you're at an advantage, because I feel like in these tournament settings or season settings that it already kind of caters to what you do. Now, what I would say is I think you kind of be having a lot of self doubt sometimes on your own ability. Like you don't think you can rap with City, but I've seen you go rapid fire. Was that Craft in Don't Flop? And you were just like speeding up with the flow and things like that. Like do you think you have that many flaws when it comes to? I know obviously the big one is delivery. People want you to bark, right? But other than
Right.
that, what else do you think you can work on?
Uh, no, I mean, I think that's really it. And, it just depends on the situation. Like, in other battles, like I might be, I'll mess around. Like I'll try, like, switch up cadences and try to bark a little more, do whatever. But like, I just knowing that's really like that's City's wheelhouse, right? Just the high energy, the kind of just that rhythm, the back to back punches, like that's his wheelhouse. He just raps really fucking good.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not, yeah, I'm not just gonna stand up there and do kind of my like slow, sarcastic shit the whole time. Like I got a lot of different bags for this one, but I'm just saying I really want to. I don't want to come off like I'm trying to, adapt to judges or try to
Mm-hmm.
beat him at his own game. Like I'm gonna stick to me, and my I will say, like, my favorite thing about my own approach is that I feel like I'm someone who you never really know what I'm gonna do. Like I feel like
That's a
I'm
fact.
really unpredictable, and that's because that's the type of shit I like watching. I like guys like you know Pat Stay, uh, Calico, like guys who just you can't really put into like one category. They can
Right.
kind of do everything. They're not like, I don't like the labels like this guy's a puncher, this guy's an angler.
Yeah.
Just
You want a Swiss
I
Army
can I
knife,
can
man.
yeah, exactly. So that's just kind of how I look at it. I think you're right though, because I to be transparent, like I try to work on that, because I feel like I call more attention to like the delivery shit than anybody else does, and everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses, but at the end of the day, I don't feel like there are many people in this division that that really write like I do. So let's focus on that.
Yeah, no, and and in these smaller rooms, smaller settings, more controlled. That tends to play out the win, like how clean your shit is, how potent it is. When you look at the rest of the roster, being as a season, it's not just one person and you advance. You know, it's wins, losses. It's a real season. At any point, particularly since this is the first opening round, pretty much, are you sticking around to see who else, like to kind of get a more of an in the building feeling, or when the battle's over, you back in the cut chilling, or are you like taking notes down? Like, what's your approach after the battle?
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely gonna watch everybody. I'm not necessarily gonna be taking notes per se. Like I like my favorite part of any event's just you get off stage and now you can just chill and get entertained and watch everybody else. But I mean, there's really not one battle that I'm not excited to see. Like my bro Gage, where he'll be out there. He's still not getting the credit he does. I mean, I know it wasn't 100% Gage in the Grand Prix last year, but like if anyone's seen his battles, they know what he's capable of.
Absolutely.
I think he can beat anybody. Obviously Mac and Bill Collector, kind of probably the two favorites in the division. So and I've never seen either of them live before, so that's going to be cool. Cool opportunities for like Dallas, and it's a good mix. You got the vets, you got up and comers. Like it's going to be and a lot of different styles. So that's kind of what I love about the Midwest, and I think this is going to show it.
Absolutely. And last question really is because you, like I said, you're part of a elite roster over there at iBattle, and I know obviously individually there's this is about providing for yourself and your family, getting that money and getting the recognition, but also there's kind of like a little subplot to it just based on the work iBattle does when they get opportunities. So I look at when Jables, his run through the Crucible, obviously what Real Sick has done since he got chances over at URL. I can think just of a number of folks, or anytime Lex books somebody for Kane, he seizes that opportunity. Is there any pressure just repping the brand, like a pride thing, like on another league doing work under the iBattle tag, pretty much?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I look at that as added pressure necessarily. Like I think it's an honor, and it's just another great opportunity, because at this point I think what Lex has done, like it's pretty undeniable. Like you look at you can go to any of the major platforms, URL, look at what Anderson and Sick, yeah, and Shaw and all those guys are about to do with the Crucible shit. You look at RBE, you got guys getting put on. You got this tournament. Like every little moment like this, it just solidifies what Lex is doing, and how iBattle is one, filtering talent into other major platforms, and then at the same time throwing classics on their own platform. Like the fact that I can I did the Crucible, and it went all right. Things could have gone better here and there, but then I get to come back and battle Madflex, and Jables comes back and is battling Loso in a little bit. So like, yeah, it just creates opportunities, and this is just another chance to prove that and make the brand even stronger.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'll be remiss if I didn't mention Anderson, who's been doing work, and also Jay Jeans, who's getting a shot over at RBE for the 1SK. So yeah, salute to the whole team over there, whole staff, and I'm looking forward to this, man. I actually might be in the building. Are you kicking things off this weekend, or when is your battle exactly?
Yeah. I'm Sunday afternoon. I think it's 3 p.m. Eastern time. The stream starts. It's me and City. We got Mac and First Dallas Cash, and then 100 Shot Frenchie versus Times, which is going to be another crazy one. They might not know 100 Shot. It's another Chicago battle rapper is going to be a problem as well. So definitely tune in.
Yeah, man. Yes. Tune in. It will be on Twitch on King of the Dots channel. Again, King of the Dot, the season 1, the North. It's their time now. And my man Xqz, man, follow him on both of the socials listed below. Appreciate your time, man, and good luck this weekend, brother.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks so much for having me.
Absolutely.
For Pods here. Appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, absolutely. And for everybody, thank you all for tuning in. This has been another one. And as always, keep it positive, keep it healthy, keep it battle rap. Peace and love. We're out.